Hello, everyone. Skinny 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 0-3 Washington Nationals taking on the 2-0 Philadelphia Phillies. Let's play ball!
Play ball!
And of course I leave the... 1 second there, I left the background noise on so you guys would not be able to hear me on that one. We're going to restart that. But yes, the lineups are good. I just forgot to click disable crowd noise.
Play ball!
All right. Once again, here we go. It is the 0-3 Washington Nationals taking on the 2-0 Philadelphia Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park. And here is the starting lineup for the Washington Nationals. Leading off, the shortstop, Christian Guzman, batting second. The center fielder, Lasting Millage, batting third. The third baseman, Ryan Zimmerman, batting fourth in the cleanup position. The right fielder, Austin Kearns, batting fifth. The first baseman, Aaron Boone, batting sixth. The second baseman, Ronnie Bellard, batting seventh. The left fielder, Felipe Lopez, batting eighth. The catcher, Jesus Flores, and batting ninth, the pitcher, Jason Bergman. On the mound for the Phillies, it is Jamie Moyer. 16 wins, 7 losses, 3.71 ERA, 196.13 innings pitched, allowed 199 hits, 123 strikeouts, and 58 walks. We're here at Citizens Bank Park. -1 for strikeouts and -1 for walks. And with that, we are ready to start this game. On the mound, as Christian Guzman comes up and is ready to start. Here's the pitch. Guzman batting a .533 average. And that's going to be a 5-4. 5-4 is going to be a walk. That's a 4. And 9 is too high. 6-1. 6-1 is a double star 5, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. Rollins.
You're out!
Takes it, tosses it over to Ryan Howard for out number 1. Lasting Millage, batting a .167 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-5. 3-5 is a blank. And that's going to be a 5-1. 5-1 is a ground ball once again to the shortstop.
Out!
Once again, Rollins takes it, throws it over to Howard for out number 2. Ryan Zimmerman steps up to the plate. He's batting a .357 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-1. 3-1's going to be a strike. That's a 4. That's a 9. He's struck. No, that's 9 is too high. I was about to say strike him out, but the 9 was too high. 2-4. 2-4 is a single pass roll. And the Nationals have one on. All right, strategy roll is a 5. Austin Kearns batting a .231 average. Here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. 6-2, 6-2, possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a ground ball to the third base. Fleas' error rating is on a 1-6. That's a 16.
Out!
For out number 3. Takes it, tosses over to Howard for out number 3 to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off, the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Batting second, the center fielder, Shane Victorino. Batting third, the second baseman, Chase Utley. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Pat Burrell. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Jeff Jenkins. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Pedro Feliz. Batting eighth, the catcher, Chris Coste. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jamie Moyer. On the mound for the Washington Nationals, it is Jason Bergman. Bergman, 1 loss, 27.39 ERA, 2 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. As Rollins comes up to the plate, here we go. We are ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. And that's going to be 1-6. 1-6 is going to be a double question mark, and that is a single on a 1-14. That's a 10. Rollins with a base hit. And that gets past the pitcher for a base hit for Rollins. 1 on. And that's going to bring up Shane Victorino. Here, strategy roll is a 14. Here's the pitch. Infield going to double play depth. 1-6. 1-6 is another double question mark, and that's another single past the pitcher. Rollins stays on second. Well, goes to second, gets the hold sign. He would advance to third on a 4-6. That's a 3. And 2 on. Infield going to normal depth. And that's going to bring up Chase Utley. Utley batting a .375 average. Strategy roll is a 14. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is a blank. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is going to be a ground ball pass to Guzman. And that is going to advance Rollins. So Rollins will go to third. And that is going to be a double play.
Holy cow, what a double play!
Double play with a run with Rollins in scoring position, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Howard batting a .222 average. Strategy rolls a 19. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is going to be a range play. And that's going to be 5-6. 5-6 is going to be a ground ball to Bellard.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Bellard's range is on a 1. That's a 3. That's a single.
Let that ball get by him.
And that's going to score Rollins as he comes and tags home to put the Phillies up in this first inning. Two up, and that's going to bring up Pat Brill. Strategy roll is a 15, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-2. 5-2 is going to be a home run. That's a 13. That's a 19. Bro, with a deep fly ball out there to right field. It's past the wall, and that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Pat Brill.
Back, gone.
And that's two-run home run for Pat Brill, putting the Phillies up 3-0 here in the first inning. Jeff Jenkins now steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-3. 4-3 is going to be at the ballpark. We go to the bank. And that's going to be a 5-2. 5-2 is a question mark 9. That goes to Kearns. That's an 8. That's going to be a double for Jenkins.
Right on the right field line, slicing toward the corner. Air ball! Off the wall.
And that's a double for Jenkins past Kearns. And with that, we have a 20, so we have a pickoff attempt here. That's a 4. Jason does not pick anyone off, but I still show that off. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-3. 5-3 is going to be a possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a line drive to Guzman. Guzman's error rating is on a 1-9. That's a 12. And that retires the side.
Out!
3 runs, 5 hits, and the Phillies leave one stranded. After one, it's Philadelphia 3, Washington Nationals nothing. As Carlos joins us here at Citizens Bank Park. Welcome in, Carlos. We go to the top of the second. It is Aaron, Ronnie, and Felipe due up for the Nationals. Aaron Boone, here's the pitch. It's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is going to be a home run. That's an 8. That's a 10. And that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Aaron Boone.
Fly ball. Deep to left field. Hooking down the line. Gone. Towering fly ball.
And that puts the Nationals on the board with a solo home run. And that's going to bring up Ronnie Bellard. Ronnie Bellard batting a .538 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is going to be a strike. That's a 10. That's a 9. He struck him out.
Great call.
And that's going to bring up now Felipe Lopez. 1 out. Here's the score. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-5. 2-5 is going to be a strike. That's a 9. That's a 9. Right on the line of that ball. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
1, 2, 3. Got him with the old slow ball. And that's going to bring up Jesus Flores. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-1. 1-1 is going to be a range play. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-6. 4-6 is going to be a fly ball out there to Brawl.
Swing and a fly ball left field.
Brawl's range is on a 1. That's a 4. That's going to be a single for Jesus.
Let that ball get by him.
And as now the pitcher steps up to the plate, it's Jason Bergman. Strategy rolls a 6. 2 outs, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-3. 4-3 is going to be a strike. That's a 27. That's a 15. He struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Struck him out, left 1, and the Nationals leave 1 stranded. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. It is Chris, Jamie, and Jimmy due up for the Fightin' Phils. Chris Coste, here's the pitch. Coste 6-2. 6-2 is going to be an error, possible error on a ground ball. 3-4, that's going to be a question mark 7. Out there to Lopez, that's a 6. And that's going to be a double for Lopez. And that's going to be a no error rating there.
And it's a double.
So Chris on with a double past Lopez, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Jamie Moyer. 19 on the strategy die. Infield going to come in for this one as we have a sacrifice play as Moyer gets the sign for that. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-6. 3-6 is going to be a strike. That's a 3 for the bunt, and that is a successful sacrifice bunt. Lays down the bunt
Out.
and gets Coste over to third. Once again, we have a 20 on the strategy die. Infield at normal depth. We have a pickoff attempt, but Jason does not pick anyone off. So I'll still show that off as a prove out as we go to the top of the order, and that's going to be Jimmy Rollins. Rollins 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-6. 6-6 is a strikeout. That's a 5. The 13 is too high. 3-3, and that's going to be a double star 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Lopez.
Out.
And that is a failed SF roll. So we're going to use the throw chart. And let's see, that's going to be a 2. That's a 1 there. If roll is less than or equal to, and that's going to be a score for Chris Coste. 2 outs. 1 run scored so far here in the bottom of the 2nd. As we bring up Shane Victorino, who's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-6. 4-6 is going to be a blank. Shane the switch hitter. That's going to be a 4-2. 4-2 is going to be a single pass Lopez. And that is going to put Shane on first. And that's going to bring up Chase Utley, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is 11. So no strategy going on right now. 3-1. 3-1's going to be a strike. That's a 7. That's a 5. He struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 2, it's Philadelphia 4, Washington 1. Due up, it's Christian, Lastings, and Ryan for the Nationals. Christian Guzman's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is going to be a home run chance. Home run, that's a 1. That's a 7. And Moyer giving up another home run.
Fly ball. Deep to left field. Hooking down the line. Gone. Towering fly ball.
And that is a solo home run for Guzman. Due up next is Lastings and Millage, who's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-1. 1-1 is a range play. Lastings 1-6. 1-6 is a single to Rollins.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Rollins ranges on a 1-3. That's a 4, and that's a single.
Let that ball get by him.
So the Nationals have 1 on, and they cut the lead down in half. They cut the lead in half. As Ryan Zimmerman comes up, he's 1 for 1 in today's game. Strategy rolls a 17. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-2. 6-2 is going to be a possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be a 3-3. 3-3 is going to be a single. Lastings goes to second, Ryan on first, and Lastings will go to third. If he had a 6, that's a 2. He gets the hold sign. Runners on first and second for the Nationals. All right, strategy roll is a 12. Austin Kearns comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-3. 6-3 is going to be at the ballpark. We go to Citizens Bank Park. And that's going to be a 6-6. 6-6 is a single, S plus 8. So that's going to go at the Victorino. And that is going to be no further advancement from that. So Nationals have runners on the corners, and they now cut the lead down to 1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Infield at double play depth. Strategy roll is an 11. No strategy going on. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-4. 6-4 is going to be a strike. That's a 3. That's a 10. He struck him out. So 1 out. Runners still in the corners, and that's going to bring up Ronnie Billard. 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-2. 6-2 is going to be a possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be a 3-1. 3-1 is going to be a pop-up to the second base.
You're out.
For out number 2. Runners hold on the corners. Infield at normal depth as Felipe Lopez steps up. Struck out his last time up at bat. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 2, by the way. So we're holding off on Strand. And that's going to be a 5-2. 5-2 is going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 6-2. 6-2 is a double star 5. Ground ball to Rollins. Hey.
Out.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, the bats are just starting to warm up, it looks, from the feel of it here. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Ryan, Pat, and Jeff due up for the Phillies. Phillies. Here's the pitch to Ryan Howard, who's 1 for 1. 2-1. 2-1. That's a 1-2. 2-1's going to be a blank. And I clicked wild pitch. I went 1-2. 1-6. It's a fly ball out there to Kearns for out number 1. Cott Burrell. 1 for 1, home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-6. 3-6 is going to be a strikeout. That's an 11. The 19 is too high. And that's going to be a 1-4. And that's a fly ball out to the left field to Lopez. Lopez waving off everyone else and makes the catch. Jeff Jenkins has a double already. It's 1 for 1, and that's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 3-4. 3-4 is a double star 2, and that's a fly ball out there to Lopez for out number 3.
Out.
So the Nationals retire the Phillies in order, and nothing across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's Philly 4, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 4th. It is Jesus, Jason, and Christian due up. Jamie Moyer can face 9 more batters before he's considered tired. So we'll see how he does in this half of the inning. And that's going to be 3-6. 3-6 is going to be a range play at the ballpark. And that's going to be a 1-1. Ground ball to Utley.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Utley's range is on a 1-5. That's a 1. Utley gets it, tosses it over to Howard for out number 1.
Boy, he had to cover a lot of ground to make that grab.
And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Jason Bergman, who's 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is a blank. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is a double star 3. And that's a ground ball to Utley. Utley gets it, tosses it over to Howard for out number 2.
You're out.
So we go to the top of the order. Christian Guzman, 1 for 2, home run, an RBI, and a run scored already. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is going to be a strike. That's a 2. The 19 is too high. 2-2. Double star 1. Fly ball out there to Victorino, who makes the easy catch.
You're out.
To retire the side. So the Phillies respond with their own 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors. It is Pedro, Chris, and Jamie due up for the Fightin' Phils. Pedro Feliz 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a range play. And that's going to be 1-1. Fly ball out there to Kearns.
And a high shot down the right side.
Kearns' range is on a 1-4. That's a 1. That would have been a double outside of that. But out number 1.
Terrific play.
And that's going to be Chris Coste, who's 1 for 1. Who already has a double already. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 4-3. 4-3. We go to the ballpark. And that's going to be 3-3. 3-3 is a rare play.
You're out!
Let's see what happens. Center field dives after a sinking liner, resolved as an S8 range play. Check for injury to center field after the range play. That is a failed range. I'm just going to move this over to the side here so we can see what's going on here. That is a failed range play.
He doesn't have it.
And Lasting Millions is injured and will miss the rest of this game. So we're going to replace the center fielder. And to do that, I have a trusty die here. On an odd, it's going to be Rogers. On an even, it's going to be Willie Harris. And Willie Harris is going to take over for Lasting's Milliage. On that. 1 out, Coste on first due to that error. Infield going to double play depth. Jamie Moyer comes up. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 3, by the way. And that's going to be a 4-4. 4-4 is going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 0. Jason gives a -8 for hit by pitch. 1-2. 1-2 is a line drive to Zimmerman.
You're out!
And that is a no double play there. So Coste holds at first. So we go to the top of the order. Jimmy Rollins, 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Strike. That's a 5. The 19 is too high. Strategy rolls a 2. Infield at normal depth. 1-6. 1-6 is a single pass Bellard. And the Phillies now have runners on first and second. As Shane Victorino, who's batting 2 for 2, strategy rolls a 4. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a range play. And that's going to be 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a double, as a question mark 7. So Lopez, that's a 2. That's going to be a double for Shane Victorino.
Hit in the air down the left field side. This is going to be a tough play.
So now we got to check the range. The range is a 1 for Lopez. That's a 3. That failed.
That is over his head, and that is out to the fence.
And the Phillies score in another run. But let's see, do they score more? We go to Rollins. We have a 1, so we got to check this 3 here. The lead runner advances. So Rollins will advance. And the roll is less than. So Rollins also scores on that. And Shane makes that into a triple. He turned that double into a triple. As William Buckshot joins us here live at Citizens Bank Park. Welcome in. Welcome in, Buckshot. And Shane turned that double into a triple, so the Phillies now increase the lead once again to 3 as Chase Utley comes up. He's 0 for 2 so far. Strategy roll is a 14. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-5. 6-5 is going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 6-4. 6-4 is a ground ball to Bellard.
Out!
To retire the side. So the Phillies leave 1 stranded, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 4, it's Philadelphia 6, Washington 3. And thank you very much for that, William. I try to be, try to give the best commentary to this game as I can. So due up for the Nationals, it is Willie, Ryan, and Austin due up for the Nats. Willie Harris is 0 for 0 in today's game, coming in to replace the injured left center fielder. So we have 5-6. 5-6 is going to be a strike. That's a 10. The 17 is too high. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is going to be a ground ball to Rollins.
Out!
Rollins with the out there takes it, tosses it over to Howard for out number 1. Ryan Zimmerman batting 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-4. 5-4 is going to be a walk result. That's a 5. The 13 is too high. And that's going to be 6-5. 6-5 is going to be a double star 3. And that's going to be a ground ball to Utley. Utley gets it, tosses it over to Howard.
You're out!
2 away. Austin Kearns 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Has an RBI already in the game. And that's going to be 3-3. 3-3 is going to be at the ballpark. So once again, we go to Citizens Bank Park. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1 is going to be a fly ball out there to Victorino.
You're out!
For out number 3. And the Moyer with a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, and Jeff Jenkins due up for the Fightin' Phils. Jason Bergman can face 4 more batters before he's tired. Here's the pitch to Ryan Howard. Howard 1 for 2. And that's going to be 5-1. 5-1's going to be at the ballpark. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-6. 5-6 is a home run 9. That's a 20. That's a 20. Ryan Howard squares up to the pitch, points out there to center field, and that ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is going back to the wall, to the out-of-town scoreboard, and that ball is out of here. Home run for Ryan Howard.
Holy cow! Look at this one!
And that puts the Phillies up 7-3. Howard with his first home run of this game.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
And Pat Burrell comes up. He's 1 for 2, also with a home run, one run and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 1-5. 1-5 is going to be a walk. That's a 19. The 20 is too high. And that's going to be a 4-5. 4-5 is going to be a fly ball out there to Harris for out number 1. Jeff Jenkins comes up. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Has a double. Got a double in this game already. 3-3. 3-3 is going to be a walk. That's a 6. That's a 15. The 15 is too high. 4-5. That's going to be a double.
And it's a double.
And Jenkins with his second double of the game. And that's past center field, so that got past Harris. Harris having to go all the way back to the warning track to get for that. Pedro Feliz, who's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 2. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. 2-2 is going to be a walk result. That's an 8. The 16 is too high. And that's going to be 6-4. 6-4 is going to be a fly ball out there to Lopez for out number 2. Chris Coste now up is 2 for 2. Strategy rolls a 19, infield at normal depth. Bergman now tired. Here's the pick. And that's going to be 1-4. 1-4 is going to be a double star. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Lopez to retire the side.
You're out!
So 1 run,
Be
2
sure
hits.
to visit our concession stands.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 5, it's Philadelphia 7, Washington 3. And that's going to bring up Aaron Boone, Ronnie Billard, and Felipe Lopez up for the Nationals. Here's the pitch. Moyer can face 3 more batters before he's considered tired. And that's going to be a 5-4. 5-4 is going to be a walk. That's an 11. That's a 10. And Moyer walks him. Moyer walks Aaron Boone, who's 1 for 2.
Outside! Base on ball.
And they're going to go out to have a quick talk to Moyer on the mound. And strategy rolls a 5, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4. 4-4 is going to be a possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 2-1. 2-1 is going to be a ground ball to Rollins. Rollins' error rating is a 3. Utley's error rating is a 3. No error there. The double play is a 3. That's a 6. So Boone will advance to second, and the out is going to be at first on a fielder's choice.
Out!
On that. So, 1 out, runner on second, infield now at normal depth. Strategy roll is a 16. As Lopez, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, steps up to the box. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-2. 1-2 is a home run chance on a 1. That's a 16, and that's way too much. And that's going to be a 4-4. 4-4 is going to be a ground ball to Felix. And the runner on second does not advance. That is an out at first.
Out!
So, Moyer now tired as Jesus Flores comes up. He's 1 for 2. Strategy rolls a 3. Runner on second. 2 outs, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a blank. 6-1. 6-1 is going to be a pop-up to Howard.
Out!
And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and that's going to bring up Moyer, Jimmy, and Shane for the Phillies. That's going to do it for Bergman. Bergman is going to come out of the game, and the Nationals are going to replace him. And we do have a left switch coming up, so we're going to try to see if we can switch. So let's see here. And they're going to bring in let's see. I have a left switch. So they're going to try to switch him over to the right. And they're going to bring in Steven Shell. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to bring in Steven Shell. Actually, no, they're going to bring in Garrett Mock. Garrett Mock is going to come in. Mock has 1 win, 3 losses, 4.17 ERA, 41 innings pitched, allowed 37 hits, 46 strikeouts, 20 walks. And Jason Bergman pitched 5 innings, allowed 12 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 1 strikeout, and 2 home runs, leaves the game with an ERA of 17.26. Moyer, and they are not going to let Moyer take this hit, so they're going to pinch hit. And let's see. They're going to bring in Lou. They're going to bring in Greg Dobbs to pinch hit. The Phillies are going to go to the bench, and they're going to bring in Greg Dobbs to pinch to take this hit. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is going to be a blank. Let's see what Dobbs does here. That's going to be 3-6. 3-6 is a fly ball out there to Harris.
You're out!
For out number 1. We go to the top of the order. Jimmy Rollins, who's 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is going to be a range play. And that's going to be 1-6. 1-6 is a single past Bellard.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Range is a 1. That's a 2. That's going to be a single.
Moving over for it, and it's past him.
And Rollins on base with a single. Shane Victorino, who's 3 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI, strategy rolls of 15, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 3-1. 3-1's going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 1-5. 1-5 is going to be a ground ball to Zimmerman. And that's going to be a 5. That's going to be a force out. And Victorino will take first on a fielder's choice. All right, Shane getting a steal sign here. So on a steal, that's going to be a 0 from Maddock. That's going to be a +1. That's going to be a 16. And that's a 5. And Shane steals second.
Safe!
So Shane Victorino safe on second. And a runner now in scoring position as Chase Utley comes up. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-1. 2-1's going to be a strike. That's a 7. The 12 is too high. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is going to be a double star 6. And that's a ground ball over to Guzman for out number 3 to retire the side.
Out!
And the Phillies are going to have to bring in now a relief pitcher. So let's see who the Phillies are going to bring in. So we have a right switch coming up. And that is going to be I want someone with a little bit of power for right now. They're going to bring in the left-handed batter, Scott Erie. They're going to bring in Ira. 5 wins, no saves, 25.23 innings pitched. Hey, Silva, welcome in. Welcome in. As Mike Silva joins us here at Citizens Bank Park. Welcome in, Silva. 5 wins, no losses, no saves, 4.21 ERA, 25 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 23 hits, 32 strikeouts, only 5 walks with that. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, it's Philadelphia 7, Washington 3, and that's going to bring up Garrett, Christian, and Willie for the Nationals. And let's take a look here. Jamie Moyer pitched 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs, and a 4.50 ERA. And Silva, hopefully you have a safe trip home. And that's going to bring up Garrett Mock, who is not going to take this hit. They are not letting Mock take a hit against Scott. Right, and they are going to bring in the Dimitri Young is going to come in to pitch it. You're welcome, sir. Dimitri Young is going to pitch in for Garrett Mock. Here's the pitch. Ryan can face 3 batters, so he's going to see what he can do in this inning. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll that. And that's going to be a 5-5. 5-5 is going to be a strikeout plus. We add 9 to that. Normally we add 10. Citizens Bank Park is a -1. So we add 9. That's a 19. That's an 18. And he struck him out looking. Struck him out, and we go to the top of the order, and that's going to be Christian Guzman, who's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-4. And Guzman gets a single, pass Rye. All right, next up, Willie Harris. Harris 0 for 1. No strategy. Strategy rolls have been turned off. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a strike. That's a 10. That's a 9. He struck him out. All right. Scott now tired as we face Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman 2 for 3. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is at the ballpark. We go to the bank. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 is a single to Jenkins. And the runner is out at second. Zimmerman gets on base. That's a 6. Roar is 6. Batter thrown out at second, and that retires the side. Thing, take me out to the ball game. All right, let's take a look here at the Philadelphia, at who is going to be coming up for the Phillies. I'm just going to move that over there. So let's see. We have a left-right coming up. We have Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, and Jeff Jenkins. So we have a left-right-left coming up. And they really don't have anyone with... let's see. We're going to try to bring in a right-handed... let's see. because I do keep the database open when I'm checking for what pictures I want to bring in, and I am looking at they're going to bring in Steven Shell. All right, Steven Shell is going to come in to the game. Yeah, and that's going to bring Howard, Pat, and Jeff up, as I said. So Steven Shell, 6.92 ERA, 1.13 inning pitched, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks. Has no wins, no losses. Let's take a look at the stats here real quick. And for Garrett, that's going to be 1 inning pitched, allowed 1 hit. And Steven Shell comes into the game with a 6.92 ERA. Let's take a look at the box score after the half of the 7th inning has been played. Washington scoring in the 2nd and in the 3rd. Philadelphia answering in the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th innings. So far, 7 runs on 13 hits. Washington, 3 runs on 9 hits. So Steven Shell, here's the pitch to Ryan Howard. And that's going to be a 3-4. 3-4 is going to be a possible error. Now, we're looking at that D20. Has to be higher than the 4. That's an 8. We clear the special K. 5-3. 5-3 is a double star 6. That's an, we'll check for an error rating. That's a 17. Kearns' error rating is a 5. No error there. So that's a fly ball out that occurs.
Out!
For out number 1. Pat Burrell comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a double star. And that's a fly ball out there to Harris, out there to Lopez.
You're out!
For 2 away. Jeff Jenkins comes up. He's 2 for 3, 2 doubles already in this game. And that's going to be 3-6. That's going to be a hit by pitch. That adds 2. That's a 4. That's a 12. The 12 is too high. So Pro needs to clear the 4. That's a 3. And that's a strike him out looking. So the Nationals retire the Phillies in order. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, it's Philadelphia 7, Washington 3. And that's going to bring up Austin, Aaron, and Ronnie. Due up for the Nationals. Scott Rye. Tired, so they are going to go, the Phillies are going to go back to the bullpen, and they are going to bring in they're going to bring in Clay Condery. Clay Condery, 3 wins, 4 losses, 1 save, 3.26 ERA, 69 innings pitched, so led 85 hits, 34 strikeouts, and 11 walks. And as always, we'll check the stats here for Scott Rye. Pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no ERA. All right, Clay is warmed up. He's got to face Austin, Aaron, and Ronnie here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. 5-6. 5-6 is a blank. And that's going to be a 1-4. 1-4 is a line ball to Feliz.
Out.
To the third base. Feliz gets it, tosses it over to Howard for out number 1. Aaron Boone, 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI already credited to him for this game. And that's going to be 2-6. 2-6 is going to be a strike. That's an 11. The 18 is too high. 3-3. 3-3 is going to be a line ball back to the pitcher. Takes it, tosses it over to Howard. Makes the play. Out number 2. And the crowd here at the bank is on their feet. Ronnie Bellard, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-1. 6-1 is going to be a strike. That's an 8. That's an 8. He struck him out. And the Phillies retired the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Pedro, Chris, and Clay due up for the Phillies. Show can face 2 more batters. They are going to leave him in for this inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-6. 1-6 is going to be at the ballpark. So we go to Citizens Bank Park. That's a 5. That's a special K. And he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
1 away. Chris Costea, who's 2 for 3, has 2 doubles already in this game. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-2. 6-2 is going to be a home run chance on a 1-11. That's an 8. We need it to be a 1. That is an 8. That is a home run.
Back, gone.
And Coste with another solo home run. And that's going to bring up Clay Conroy, the pitcher right now for the Phillies. And they're going to pinch hit for him. They are going to pinch hit. They're going to bring in and here's a righty. They're going to bring in Taguchi to pitch hit. Here's the pitch. Shell is tired. That's going to be a 4-2. 4-2 is going to be a wild pitch, so we're going to re-roll. And that's going to be a 3-3. 3-3. Home run. That's a 0. No home run for Taguchi. And that's a 20. The 20 is outside of the range of the special K. That's going to be a 1-4. 1-4. That's going to be a double.
And it's a double.
And Taguchi gets on base with a double for the pinch hit for Clay Conroy. As we go to the top of the order, Jimmy Rollins, Shell, tired. They're going to let him pick the skipper goes out and talks to him. He says, 1 more base hit and you are done from this gate. And you will be taking a seat. So that's going to be a 3-4. 3-4 is going to be a possible error. It does not clear the special K. That is a 1. That is a strike, and he struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Shane Victorino comes up. He's 3 for 4. Here's the pitch. 2 outs. Runner on second. 1-4. That's a walk. That's a 7. The 20 is too high. That's a 19. The 19 is outside of the special K range. 4-4. Double star 6. That is a fly ball out there to Kearns for out number 3.
Out.
And that
Remember
retires.
to get your copy of the souvenir program.
All right, Phillies going to the bullpen, and they're going to bring in C.J. Romeo to end this game, to close it out for the Phillies. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Phillies. After 8, it's Philadelphia 8, Washington 3. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Due up for the Nationals, it is Felipe Lopez, Jesus, and Steven Schroll. C.J. Romeo, 1 inning pitched, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk so far in the as his replay stats. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-1. 6-1 is a blank. And that's going to be a 2-2. However, that's a 1. And that is a special K. That is a strikeout.
He struck him out.
1 away. And that's going to bring up Jesus Flores, who's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-2. 4-2 is a blank. That's a 4. That's a strikeout.
He struck him out.
And Steven Schroll's not even going to see this hit. And they're going to bring in Corey Casto as the Nationals are down to the last out. Here's the pitch. 1-1, blank. That's a 9. That's a 1-9. That is a strikeout, and that's the game.
He struck him out.
And the Philadelphia Phillies sweep the Washington Nationals 8-3 in this third game, and they sweep the series. Final line score coming right up. Philadelphia sweeping the series. And let's take a look here at the final line score. Washington, 3 wins on 9 hits, no errors. Thank you there, Silva. And the Phillies, 8 runs on 15 hits, no errors. Moyer gets the win. Jason Bergman picks up the loss. Home runs in this game. Aaron Boone picks up his first home run. Christian Guzman also picks up a home run. And over for the Phillies, it is Chris Coste getting his first home run. Pat Burrell has 2 home runs, same with Ryan Howard. So let's take a look at the stats here. First of all, Jason Bergman, 5 innings pitched, allowed 12 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 2 home runs, ERA of 17.26. Over on the Phillies, Jamie Moyer draws the win, has pitched 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs, ERA of 4.50. And that is going to do it for us here at Citizens Bank Park for this game. If you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up on your way through the turnstiles, and I will see you next time. And I will see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay. Until then, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.